let's make a couple changes here. Things that I talked about possibly changing from the last time we ran this, which was not that long ago. We did get a recent posting, so figured we'd give this one another run here for the night and make those slight adjustments to see how they do or do not improve. So Blackcleave Cliffs gave us the biggest problem over the course of the entire event, and what it was doing is it was coming into play tapped. Well, we're going to adjust that. We're going to make 2 of them pathways. This allows us to have black or red, kind of like a dual land, but it comes into play untapped, which is critical and kind of the note. And then 2 more are going to go away, and I'm gonna hop on 2 prismatic vistas. This is going to be a little more tricky, but the idea being that it could get me either color, and hopefully we'll avoid our blood moon problems, which we didn't really have many blood moon problems, but also hopefully we will not run into the whole tap land issue. Now I have 22 lands that seem to do decently, considering for the most part you're working at 1, 2s, and 3s. We've got a couple of things here at 4, and Meathook plus Fury is obviously something that could be higher or lower, and then our sideboard's fairly low as well. So 22 seems to still be about the right location for all of that. Anyway, so we have that going on. Let's see here. Is there anything else to really note? I don't think so. There's no real changes from the sideboard that I feel like implementing here. Got a little extra discard. We've got the extra removal that's not a Meathook. We got Blood Moons in here because why not? Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're pretty much set up. One thing that I could entertain in this list is maybe like a Crocsum or 2. And you could maybe do that instead of Acolyte of Flame, but Acolyte of Flame works well with Meathook. There's some things that could happen here. In general, though, I think we're pretty happy with the list. After all, we did do decently. So, with that being said, how's it going, Void Pointer and Rick Grimes? Let's get ourselves into our league and get things kicked off here on Friday. And a Friday it is. Let's go. All right. How's everyone's Friday doing? Hopefully it's going well. We've added something to the stream. We'll see if you all notice it. Something a little different, a little spicy. Really only super useful for those that are watching live, but I was only able to make a few of the things, so we'll get maybe a few that make sense for those that watch that are not live. Got your 4 Bosages today. Can't wait to use them. Nice. Nice. Good luck with them. We play a lot of Blood Moons. We play a lot of Blood Moons. Maybe the Blood Moon should actually be Magus. We played it with the Blood Moon, but maybe it really should be Magus, you know? Kind of trying to go against the whole dealio. Oh, we got good luck, have fun. We'll say you too. 2 lands here. Double Bitter Blossom. Removals. I like it. We do have to go get like Stomping Ground, or not Stomping Ground, Blood Crypt though. Goblin Guide, maybe they'll help me with lands. Bitter Blossom looking a lot weaker here against a burn opponent. Let's go ahead and just ditch the Fury, Season Pyromancer. While it would be nice to grab another potential land there, I don't want to take the damage. This is going to be a little bit of a rough hand, though. My opponent, especially with something like that, we're gonna end up dreadboring the Eidolon. All right. Not the cleanest starts here, but we've got a battle. Who knows? Maybe we'll top deck into our Chandra or something, and my opponent will only have burn spells left. They are using a lot of this mana here. These would be blockers, but that damage has just got to be too much, right? I don't really have much that's life gain oriented here. We're going already down to 6 here on turn 3. 5 if I crack the Prismatic Vista, and I really don't think I want to be firing off these Bitter Blossoms. I'm just going to pass the turn here. I want to see what else they might have before we concede. Match 1, game 1. Land. I'll just pass the turn. This is 1 damage either way. Puts Luris to hand. Okay. It's another land. We'll pass the turn here. They're going to play Luris down. Luris plus Goblin Guide hit me for 3. I can't crack these. Oh, nope. All right. Hitting me down to 4. All right. You got me, opponent. You got me. Burn does its thing. We had a bunch of the Bitter Blossoms, not really the side of the list that we really want here. Inquisitions, Chalices, potentially the K commands, potentially Blood Moons. Hazoret can come in probably here too. This is definitely not really a Bitter Blossom matchup, though it could definitely be a Meathook matchup. So those 4 out. The 2 Thoughtseizes out as well. Let's start with Chalices and Inquisition, then Hazoret. Then let's make room for 2 Blood Moons. And it's probably going to be about it. I don't think we need the extra Blood Moon. And just looking at K command as a removal, really we have all these lightning bolts. One thing that could happen to us that we may want to avoid is like an Auriok champion or pro red creature. So probably have to take maybe a K command out, maybe 1 more extra Blood Moon. It's kind of tempting, but also the K command does kill stuff. Let's just do the 2-2 split here and see what happens. Nick, it is. It's a fun list. It's a feels good list. We've run into Burn to start things off. It's maybe not the greatest against Burn, for example, but we'll make do. We're gonna kill something hopefully here. Chalice on 1, get the Chandra down. Maybe we'll get game 2 here and send it to a game 3. Rift Bolts. All right. Bolt's gonna not be able to be played here in a second, so let's just get rid of it. Let's fetch. Basic Swamp here works. We'll get the Chalice down on 1, pass the turn. Tap land, fetch probably. Rift Bolt hits us down to 16. And now what? Skewers. Down to 13. 1 land, though. Let's do just the tap land past turn. We can put on, we can do Bloodstained Mire and put a Chandra down. If they have like Eidolon, we could kill that. Otherwise, we're going to just go up with Chandra. Looks like my opponent kept the 1 lander. Not looking good for them. All right, we do want to do damage to my opponent. So let's go ahead and get good old Chandra Torch Defiance down first. Damage and pass. This way I could actually play Hazard, play this Shocked, up mana, pitch a card, and swing. And we might do that just to try to make this game go donezo quickly. Well, now we just do damage. I can ignore this probably. We're gonna just put this in Shocked. Let's bolt and get it out of hand. Hazoret. We had to shock in anyway. In for 5, pass the turn. Looking pretty good here. Looking pretty good. Even if they get one of those pro-red creatures here, we have Chandra nearly at an emblem, and Chandra herself will be potentially lethal, and we have Fire Artisan to follow up as well. We have a throw with Hazoret, and so we're looking pretty good here in game 2. We'll probably be sending it to game 3. Opponent can't play an Eidolon. Can't find themselves or a champion. There's a Skewer. We'll deal damage here. We will throw. We will attack for lethal. All right, Hazoret gets us across the finish line. Game number 2. Opponent decides to go out on their own terms. All right, so they saw blood moons. I'm really tempted to take out the blood moons and put in just K commands. They'll start to play around the blood moons or bring stuff in for enchantment removal. It does mean my meat hooks could get hit and the chalices are possible, but I think I have to keep chalices in this matchup. We don't have any life gain per se. They might have already gone after our enchantments anyway because they saw Bitter Blossom game 1. Do we keep the one lander? It's got great 2s, but we'll probably concede this and mull it away for something a little more oomph. They kept all 7. Doesn't make me feel too good. Let's mulligan the first hand. All right, I can keep this and send the Prismatic Vista away. We could Fury away creatures. We could also try to get Meathook down and then Fury away creatures. Gains us a little bit of life, and that's probably what I'm going to aim to do. Let's take the absolute minimum amount here. I'm not going to use K Command Fury just yet. Let's see if we can get a Meathook down and kill some cards here. Lava Spikes, 16, tax for 2. No follow-up. Crazy. Man, I almost don't want a K command. Like pitching with the Fury. Can I wait here? I think I'm going to. I'm gonna try to be a little bit greedy here, and if they do a similar strategy, then I can actually like K command and kill this because they wouldn't have a spell. I'm hoping like Eidolon shows up here and I get to burn both of them. But this might be just a bunch of burn to the face. Skewer, or something like that. I was hoping for a creature. Eidolon would be the best thing to see here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, we're definitely gonna kill both of these. Let's go ahead. We're gonna need to fetch here. That's what I'm talking about. And then I gain some life here, and they actually lose life due to the Fury. All right, we're not in the worst spot. We kind of have a lot of lands. We talked about having only 22 lands in the list. Decent amount of fetch lands. There's a Boros Charm to my face. Fetching. And a Skewer. I'm going to go ahead and fetch. I do need another land. I'll just get a basic. Kind of make it look like I still have that Blood Moon in the list. Although I don't think they really care. Okay, we'll pass the turn. I'm at 7. I have a Terminate. Terminate's not the worst thing if they get a creature. They are throwing a lot of burn at my face. Hey, there's a creature. I will take that. There we go. Go ahead and terminate this. Save 2 life. Really gain 1 here. And so save 2 on this Helix. We'll take it. I'm at 5, though. Things are not looking the greatest. Ooh. Ooh, probably on 1, right? So we've seen a Lava Spike, 2 Swift Spears. We've seen a lot more 2-drops. Obviously, they could have something that blows this up. Play a land. I'm going to put it on 1. maybe I'm supposed to put this on 2. It's really hard to say. We're probably not fetching with the Bloodstained Mire. We obviously have been just more reactive this game, and Burn's just doing their thing. Just puts Luris to hand. Another kill spell wouldn't be bad. Okay, all right. Let's do Seasoned Pyromancer. Let's draw some new cards. I'm not even going to bother putting the Prismatic Vista into play. Okay. That would technically kill Luris and a card that they play. But they won't because Chalice. Fused Wear and Tear. I mean, I can't get around Fused Wear and Tear. There's the smash we were talking about. So if they have the 1-drop, they win. Not that 1-drop, though. Not that 1-drop. Oh, I have to block opponent. Oh, a Chalice is showing up. All right, we gain 1 life back. I'm going to have to put this Chalice on 1. I'd love to get this Chandra down and ticking, but I can't sit here and not, right? And we have Luris going to show up. That's my other Chalice, so I can't put another Chalice down on 2 or anything like that. Just gonna pass. I'm sitting at 3. Maybe there's something for me somewhere for not going any lower. Let's go up here using Chandra Fire Artisan, digging. Maybe I find a Blood Crypt that I can put into play tapped. Basic Swamp will work. So what do we got, Luris? There's Luris. We have an answer for Luris. We have a K command too. That's an answer for Luris. K command pick something up might be. They might be sitting on Searing Blaze, which makes me nervous to put a creature into play. Like that one. Really makes me nervous to put a creature into play here. Let's just uptick Chandra. Let's start there. Ooh, Liliana's actually pretty nifty. I could clear their hand out here. I go to 2, but I could clear it. Or I can go to 4. I'm thinking about the you know, Liliana and then a K command here. But if I go Liliana only, then I'm looking actually maybe slightly better. My opponent didn't do anything last time, really. They might have a 2-drop. Me going to 2 back up to 3 versus me going to 4 is big difference. So that's a big difference here. Question is, how do I finish the game quickly? I think I'm just going to make them sacrifice and pass turn. I'll leave K command in case they get something else here. But going to 4 means only Boros Charm kills me, and we've seen 1. Or 2 spells. They could still 2 spell me. They could still 2 spell me. That's I'd love to see like an Eidolon here or something. Then I can Meathook Massacre it and get beyond where I'm at. All right, Sunbaked Canyon draws a card. We have a lot of cards to get through. Yeah, I'll take that. Because I can Meathook Massacre and not take the damage and go up to 5. Okay. Start with Chandra. Always start with Chandra if you can. Dreadbore is cute. Dreadbore is cute. Let's see here. What am I discarding? mean, I'm about to just do this. I might be discarding Rabble Master. We'll say Rabble Master. We're going to put Blood Crypt tapped, and I'm going to put a Meathook in to kill this. Just has to be a 2/2 Meathook. That puts me up to 5. Keep the one tucked in here, in between all the Planeswalkers and stuff. All right, that puts me at 5. Pass turn. We are afraid of like a Searing Blaze strategy here. I like being at 5, though. It feels pretty healthy. Undefeated with Red Prison. Thanks for being my hero. You're welcome. I am willing to bet you they have a Searing Blaze. 3 cards in my opponent's hand. Suspend Riftbolt. Another Eidolon. All right. I can down-tick the Liliana, and then I'll be at 6. Do I go up one more time here, or do I just try to pummel them? I think I can go up. Well, what am I doing if I'm down-ticking? Down-tick, find Chandra. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 8 if I crack. I'm going to 6 if I kill the Eidolon. Everyone thinks this is a monkey. It's a hand. It's a hand. We could find a Fury. I don't know if I cast the Fury necessarily. That's the thing, is I'm not really sure what I'm casting here, right? If I do this, I have about 7-ish mana because I want to keep everything kind of around. And I don't know if I want to expose a Fury to land Searing Blaze. But I guess if I play Fury and uptick, then they're having to find the land, which could be interesting. Let's go for it. All right, we'll look at them. We send 7 to their face, and let's look at 7 cards here. I did play the land. Maybe I should have waited because I could find a land here. All right, we've got some cards. We have some cards. So this is kind of cool. That could be useful. What do I want to play here? So this could go up. I could play this Chandra, kill this, and play this Chandra and attack. And then I can kind of avoid the Searing Blaze play. If I play Fury here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I kill, and then I make them discard. Then I'm heading for a bunch. That might be good too. I think it's Fury here, even though I want the Chandras. So let's cast Fury. That kills Eidolon. Then we fetch. Playing a mountain down. Then I uptick. Gets rid of 1 card, and then I K-command, get rid of the other one. And probably just do the 2 damage at this point. I could return a creature as well, but discard and deal 2 damage. Cool. Now I'm sitting at healthy 5. My opponent just discarded a Lightning Bolt and a Searing Blaze. No other spells to be played here, and we are presenting lethal. Yeah, Nightbot gets that privilege. Nightbot gets that privilege. Player land, we'll uptick here to get rid of the card, and we'll attack for 6. And I guess it's not lethal. It's close to lethal. Searing Blazes for a point of damage. All right, they can top deck for a win here. So we've tried to play this correctly. We'll see what happens. Please no whammy one time. I'm at 4. Mr. Bodingles, thank you. It is a fun list. Looking to avoid a particular card. No real life gain other than Meathook needing them to have creatures in order to make that work. We dodged everything. We got the chalices. We're moving on. Match 1 complete. In our back pocket and a win. I'll take it. Burn has to be a difficult matchup. We were on the draw 2 of those times. And we managed to avoid Searing Blaze, man. Searing Blaze, scary card. It's a scary card. I guess, yeah, the downtick of the Chandra was the right play. It's tough to say. Might have been okay to uptick and do some of the other strats we did. Then we wouldn't have a creature in play, and opponent was hanging on to Searing Blazes. So, all right, match 2. We are on the play. Playing some Meathook tokens in Modern. I'll keep this because it's Luris, and I have a Bolt. We'll lead with Bloodstained Mire so I can fetch basic in the event my opponent's doing a lot of damages to us in the form of burn once again. This is a little bit of a weaker hand, but because we have these two and we're seeing a creature-based strategy, I'm feeling a little bit better about it. Okay, we have Hammer. Well, I don't need to do anything crazy just yet. Sometimes we can get Meathook to do more for us. Although a Dreadbore is definitely worthwhile. So let's go ahead and just fire that off and pass turn. Nice sorcery speed. I'll go ahead and fire that off. Let's try to save Bolt and Meathook for the future. I am decent. Well, that's a good card. Let's put a Marsh Flats into play, and I think I'm safe to go ahead and pass a turn at the moment. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, get in there for that one. Oh, we paused. I'm gonna take the one. We're fairly safe here. All right. Well, that's an interesting card. Let's play Marsh Flats. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the turn again. The Meathook's interesting. We don't need it immediately. We're gonna use it as a Wrath. We're using Bolt and K Command as ways to protect ourselves. Obviously, Saga's gonna go pick stuff up here. Okay, they're making a few construct tokens. I respect that. I respect that. Okay, that is all right. Meathook currently hits for 3. You have a Shadow Spear in their hand. I wish I could get the Meathook for 4. I'm kind of tempted to hit the Supreme Verdict or the Colossus Hammer with the K command. But I can obviously hit this construct. And that's probably, I probably just want to take 0 damage and then board wipe. Like, I like the idea of this, but I don't have Blood Moon main. I've got to deal with the Ink Moths. I mean, I kind of just die out of nowhere. So maybe it's like Springleaf Drum in here. Take a bit of damage. Let's just take a little bit of damage here, and then we'll Meathook for enough to board wipe, and then we'll just hope that they don't have an immediate way to Ink Moth and kill me. Card Shatterstorm. All right, Esper Sentinel, that's fine. Springleaf Drum number 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. If I draw a land, I could K command. Portable Hole's the Meathook. That's fine. All right, we got a few lands here. 1, 2, 3. Let's just Rabble Master and begin the race, shall we? Begin the race. Holding double bolt up. Bleh. I need them to not hook up anything here. So I think we kill, we let them draw. We're gonna let them draw because then what I can do is Lightning Bolt again when the Pure Steel Paladin and they try to go for the Ink Moth. And I probably Lightning Bolt the Ink Moth. Because I can Chandra and Shadow Spear's in play. I can Chandra down tick and get Dreadbore. I'd prefer K command because then I could get the hammer out of here. Maybe I'm kind of afraid to bolt here and waste it because I could find the land and then K command. But maybe I'm just kind of racing here. Let's race with them. Because as soon as that happens, I mean, a lot of things could happen there. 1, 2, 3. I don't have enough to do like Chandra down ticks or anything. So let's go ahead and try to Inquisition something. Esper Sentinel and Sigarda's Aid. I mean, I could theoretically take both of these right now if I wanted to. Maybe I do. Let's get full value out of our Chandra here. Let's get the other Inquisition. Grab the other card. Something we don't typically get to do, but steal both, start attacking. That way they don't have a creature to make the extra white, so they won't have Pure Steel Paladin for a turn or two. They can boot up 1 Ink Moth. They need a land drop the second. Otherwise, Chandra gets to at least activate. We'll be attacking with everything we've got going on. All right. That seemed to work decently. Seemed to work decently, and we've got some answers for my opponent this time around. All right. So Meathook is okay. We can drop 1 and replace it with the Damnation. Furies are great. Acolyte of Flame did work there. It typically doesn't, so we're going to take that out. Rabble Master, while being decent, I think I want to take that out as well. I've got better cards, and we could probably take the Thoughtseizes out. I'm looking at K commands, Chalices, then Blood Moons, and probably the Damnation. Some people suggest to bring this Pithy Needle in for the for Urza Saga. I'm not totally sold on it. We could probably cut 1 Dreadbore because it's at sorcery speed, and I can get all of these in. That way I'm still at 60. A lot of K commands, terminates, and bolts. We have a singleton dreadbore here that could be a pithing needle, which wouldn't maybe be the worst thing. Just depends on, do we think we're going to have one of our answers? I mean, we have, it could be like the fourth blood moon. It could also be against ink moth, and that makes it kind of like a creature removal, and dreadbore wouldn't kill an ink moth, obviously. That leaves us with just terminates and K commands in case something gets too large, which we have the Furies. Let's give it a shot. I'd probably advise the dreadbore over the pithing needle here, but we're on the draw, you know, just lead out with pithing needle and take a 50-50 on which land they have. This one's so close. Chalice 1 is very good against them. Lack of any other spell is really bad against them. If we had a Fury in here, this would be an auto keep. Opponent kept 7 as well. I think we need a way to interact with my opponent. Let's mulligan. All right, we have a terminate this time. We can keep this. We'll get rid of Seasoned Pyromancer. It's the weakest card. Terminate. Find ourselves maybe getting Meathook and Liliana, and off to the races we'll go. Hey, look. Seasoned Pyromancer's back. Gonna go get black here. Even though we have the double red, I'm gonna prioritize my Liliana and my Meathook here. What just happened? Hold up. Does Hammer Time now play Bitter Blossom, or is this person just like... It's the mirror. It's the mirror. I mean, my Meathook looks good. I can gain a lot of life, but there's going to be so many little creatures that I have to worry about Hammer. Where's the monkey hit? How'd they steal that? How'd they steal that? This is sort of a problem. This is legitimately sort of a problem here. I'm gonna probably try to terminate the Urza Saga tokens, but if they get Sigarda's Aid and can just slap a hammer anywhere, I'm kind of in trouble. That's what they run exactly. All right, we're gonna do nothing for a little while here. Planning to go get basic swamp. I'd like to Meathook as long as they don't show me anything too scary like Sigarda's Aid. A couple Saga tokens are gonna be a problem. I can see them hooking up with a Shadow Spear here. Hey, Shadow Spear. Where's my K commands? Oh no, another Saga. I'm getting wrecked here. All right, let's go ahead and terminate a construct token. Oh, shoot. I didn't fetch. Well, we were going to pay, but we're not paying now. Not paying now. Forget about getting that basic. The plan is to Meathook, especially since I got another Meathook. Well, let's Meathook them. They're going to draw again, unfortunately. Yeah, I think I want to do this. They do draw here. Maybe they'll do whatever. It gets rid of another artifact creature, the Esper Sentinel. So luckily for us, the construct token's not as large as it was going to be. Liliana's looking really bad. There's a Sigarda's Aid. We might be dead. Yeah. Yeah. All right. The extra draw there on the Esper Sentinel could have done it for us. So, yeah, now I kind of want the extra Pithy Needle. They're big on the Saga thing, and they have Bitter Blossom. Bitter Blossom's a problem. Like, Chalice 1's still good, but Bitter Blossom's just coming out of left field. I think I'm going to keep, but maybe I bring this other Meathook in now. from one of my Bitter Blossoms. I'm not ready for the mirror. I could try. We could try that too. It really is tough to say. I mean, like, I'm if they don't have it in the opening hand, we're just kind of sitting there doing nothing, right? All right. Fingers crossed they don't have Sigarda's Aid. I need another black source. Let's just wait. Do I want to Chalice? I can't Chalice. I have 2 bolts. I'm gonna take my lump on the head. I can't Chalice. I have too many decent things. Look, I can Ink Moth now. Now I can pay for it properly. Nice. Kill the board, let them do their thing. Put a Pithy Needle down. All right, we're going to... I'm gonna bolt the Esper Sentinel. I'm gonna pay for the Esper Sentinel. And then we're gonna Pithy Needle Ink Moth here. Pass the turn. And then I'm gonna try to Chalice on 1. We're Chalicing on 1 pretty late against them. Well, we're Chalicing on 1 too late. Oh boy. Now we're in trouble. Chalice looks great here. Well, it looked great. Okay, it's a draw. Man, instead of making them draw here, I should probably just K command. Kill artifact 2 damage here. Okay, board's clear. Seasoned Pyromancer can block. It's another Memnite. A Blood Moon that I don't need to play yet. We can Meathook this away. If my opponent has something to stick on this, I'm in trouble. Probably need the Seasoned Pyromancer instead. Let me go to second main. That was instantaneous. Being instantaneous, I want to put a Chalice on 1. Risk it all here. Risk it all, take a damage or so. I don't want another hammer to show up. Oh, 1 damage. Ouch. Takes a peek at what I'm drawing. Land. Meathook that away. Gain a life. We're going to hold the Prismatic Vista because I might be pitching it to Seasoned Pyromancer. Remember, 3 mana is pretty happy for us. I could get the other black. I think we're going to do Seasoned Pyromancer and get rid of these 2. Now I can get black, and we're looking pretty good now. Lightning Bolt is a dead card. Don't get confused. We've killed a lot of things. Maybe I should have fetched. Let's go ahead and fetch now. Blood Moon, Crypt, in for 2, pass turn. All right, the race is on. It's a bad race. Luris goes to hand, but I have the Blood Moon down. No double white for my opponent. Just passing the turn, attacking. Really worried about another white. If we can avoid that, we'll be in good shape. Cast this to speed up our clock. Attack for 2 again. Pass the turn. It's getting spicy here in game 3. Opponent concedes. Oh, That has to be the best draw there. Like the next card. I can't with the lightning bolt here, but the K command can get rid of a pesky artifact or something. We got some good blockers. That look good. All right. Should always chalice check them. What do you mean by always chalice check them? We're the ones with the chalice. I don't understand what you mean. If you're saying try to play through your own chalice, you're not representing the proper game state, and you can take a game loss. It's not on them to call that trigger. It's on you. It's your card. And if they notice that you don't, you can get in trouble because you didn't keep proper board state. There's no reason to do that. We're also on Magic Online. Handles everything. It's on both people's responsibility to understand the game state. And if chalice is in play and you try to push through on your own chalice and they find it late, for example, you can get in trouble. Just be careful. Be careful. Be careful out there. We'll keep this. Removal, hand disruption, cool lands, Rabble Master. What's not to like? Ah, crap. I need Thoughtseize more than I need this one. Let's go ahead and fetch Shock here. We're gonna try to not draw any more lands, please. We do have some K commands, but they're gonna come late. When was the last time I played in paper? A long time ago. So if my words are incorrect. Oh, okay. We're actually a little bit better here. I guess I have to take the expedition map. It's sad because they're going to put a chalice on one. I don't have that many more 1-drops. Is Blood Moon my favorite card? I like playing with Blood Moon. You can have your chalice, opponent. I respect chalice. We have the Terminate for the Thought-Knots here. They have double Mind. That's kind of interesting too. They weren't going to get Tron mana. We do have Blood Moon in the sideboard, so I think if I show these pathways, my opponent won't think I have what I presumably have here. Dang it. Thoughtseize, you're late. You're late to the party. All right, we'll pass turn. Would I rather the Dark Blood Moons or the 2XM Box Toppers? I have the Darks for my Modern deck, and I have the 2XM for my EDH deck. I think if you like a good old border classic with your lock pieces, and if your lock pieces are older bordered, the dark ones look nice. If you have some more blingy, fancier, newer things, go the other way. I play the red channel land so that chat doesn't ask me. Do I like it? No. All right. Well, Thought-Knots here is a little bit frustrating to play against. I could slap in a Rabble Master and then my opponent Thought-Knots here and takes this. I have an active Rabble Master then. My opponent's going to also potentially have Tron mana here. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Rabble Master. I've got other ways to kill Thought-Knots here than the Terminate. Let's put the pressure on my opponent. As far as the channel lands, I'm like 4-1 against Boseiju decks. And I'm 1-1 against the blue one. And I haven't really seen the other ones. They're cool. They're interesting. And I don't think they're as free to play in Red Prison as people think they are. All right, Tron, what do you got for me? There's a good old Thought-Knot. Here you go. Take that Terminate. Put that wherever you want. It's the obvious one. And do you have a follow-up? No, and I have a Bitter Blossom. Let's play some Magic. I hope they don't have Reality Smasher. They didn't have it in hand, and we know they have a Cavern. Offering trade of Thought-Knot Seer here. This is the Wombo combo that we kind of want. We're likely not killing any of their creatures. I think I'm going to put both of these out, making it so that if they do play another Thought-Knot here, chump blocking is just gas for us. Just get those things out. Because right now, Meathook is X2, then X3, then X4. It's 2 turns until it kills this. 3 turns of just land drops and stuff to kill reality. And it's not going to kill any big planeswalkers if they have those. Maze Mind Tome, they're going to be drawing cards. It would kill that. That's all right. You know what else kills that? This does. I just jam it in here. We're trying to put the pressure on my opponent. In for 2. They get to see Spatial Contortion. It's a pretty good card. Guess they'll be killing Fury next. I forget, does this go to their hand? Put the card onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put the card into your hand. And we know about the Cavern, so there's the Spatial. They'd take 1. We're making Bitter Blossom tokens. Down to 14. All right. I draw a new card. Draws. They're going to gain some life. There's Thought-Knot. They take Thoughtseize. We have flyers. We have ground blockers. Yep, I'm going to need more ground blockers. All right, one of our planeswalkers would be nice here. That works. I'm just going to pass the turn, make it look like I'm trying to hold up to kill Thought-Knot. This is countered by Chalice, so it's not really a card I even care to have in my hand. Gonna redraw with Maze Mind Tome again. A lot of drawing going on in my opponent's list. I'm not liking it. Blast Zone on 2 is no fun. Attacks with Matter Reshaper. We'll let that one through. I would quad block the Thought-Knots here. We'll take our 3. 13, 14. Chalice check them. No thanks. They don't need to know that I have a Lightning Bolt in hand. Attack for 1, pass turn. Leave ourselves 4 back for Thought-Knot. Discouraging them. This is going to go up to 2. And then they blow up these things. What does Prison need to become tier 1? What if I told you we were already tier 1, just people aren't playing the list? Tier assumes that it's popular, doesn't assume power level. All right, there goes my 2 drops. What else? They have another Maze Mind Tome. It's good to play Blast Zone and use that before you do this whole thing. They've drawn a lot of cards. Drowsy Temple. Cavern's yet to be played, and it's not sitting in the graveyard. It's not in exile. Opponent attacks for 3 or 2. I'm going to take my 2 lumps again here. Remember, I could top deck a Meathook. Or I can top deck a land. Pass the turn. Tron is S tier. It's just popular. A lot of people have invested in the list. A lot of people are not invested in Blood Moon, Chalice, and Bridge. Crap. I think I'm dead. I might be dead here. They're going to go get Boat or something, or Walking Ballista. If I see Walking Ballista, we'll concede. Nice. All right, let's see if we can beat Tron here. Eldrazi Tron. My apologies. Apparently we were going to draw land, Bitter Blossom, Chandra, and a whole bunch of other cards that didn't matter. All right, Blood Moons, Damnation for this one, Thoughtseize, Pithing Needles, Hazard. So, Meathook is interesting. Meathook is more of a combo finisher in this list when you're playing against an opponent like we are. I'm probably going to have to take the Meathooks out for something like Blood Moon. And what I mean by combo finisher is if we're attacking with like 5 Bitter Blossoms, we get them down to 7 or 8 or whatever, and we attack, and then we can fire off Meathook and win. So it's also kind of nice if we're chump blocking. Reality Smasher is a 5/5 with trample, so it's just going to go over. Meathook's going to be replaced with the Damnation, 2 Blood Moons. Thoughtseize is decent here. My bolts don't kill as much, so we're probably going to swap that out. And then Pithy Needle and Hazoret. I think I kind of want to take the rest of the bolts out. And I think that's probably correct. At least 1 and then 2 of something else. How do I like Lantern Control? It's a cool puzzle deck. I need the 3rd Blood Moon. My bad. I don't know why that's sitting in the sideboard. Terminate sideboards are obviously our best things. Inquisition's slightly less, and they're playing Chalices. You know what? Let's just go all in on remove the bolts. The bolt's gonna be nice if we attack and my opponent blocks with like a chumping or not a chumping, just a single token, but we got Furies to clean stuff up. Let's just do this. All in. They're gonna try to do Chalice in 1 again. We're gonna get him with the Blood Moon. It's gonna be great. Keeping the hand, I got to Terminate, which is nice. I also have some nice Planeswalkers in this matchup. Just take it nice and easy with my opponent. Can't always be looking for the Blood Moons. Can't always look for the Pithy Needles. If we can grab it, we'll be good. Oh. Let's go and Pithy Needle Expedition map. They might be using map to, you know, get farther. I'm not going to worry about Karn. We're on our way. If we find Blood Moon, the Expedition map being shut off could be very, very good for us. They went for it. Didn't work. I kind of want to put Seasoned Pyromancer down and getting rid of K Command and this Terminate. They're gonna play something and I can Liliana. Maybe I do these two. I'm really hung up on I like Chandra Fire Artisan a lot, and card draw here would be pretty good. Do we think they're gonna have the Eldrazi? They might. If they have the Eldrazi, I'm gonna want these two. All right, let's give up our love relationship with Chandra here and watch Chandra hit the bin. It's a love relationship that we just had to let go there. Spatial Contortions, Seasoned Pyromancer. What's the spice? Bitter Blossom Meathook. Trying to beat Eldrazi-tron right now. You can name Karn with this. Great creator. Blast Zone could be named. Whoa. Natural Tron. Oh no. Walking Ballista? Oh no. What is this? Stop with your mana. Stop. Yeah, it's Walking Ballista. So Pithy Needle and then down tick Liliana if we draw land. Good old Pithy Needle. They're like, no. I'll still name Walking Ballista. It's a problematic threat for us. Let's get Liliana down here now and get the extra black in case I do get I do find myself with a Blood Moon in hand. My opponent can kind of do whatever they want here. They've got a ton of mana. Karn the Great Creator. Go get boat. Shoot Lily. My pings. No pings for you. Pithy Needle could have named Karn the Great Creator. That was the other option. We opted for Pithy Needle. Ooh, Mystic Forge. I like that. All right, nice. Nice, nice, nice. They could have. They didn't. Let's kill Karn here. Season Pyromancer. Draw cards. Land, Bitter Blossom, Uptick. Wow, that was really good. We got to play everything. We did everything. I mean, in a way, it's probably better for them to just downtick with the Karn instead of going after the Liliana. Liliana doesn't appear to be presenting a threat. Well, Eldrazi Temple hits the graveyard. And before Ugin, well, you know, then they got me. Exiles a card. One Dismember gone. I guess Dismember is not worth the Season Pyromancer. Spatials. 2 cards. Whatever's on top of the library. Maybe it's another Walking Ballista. Thought not. We can kill that and draw for a new card. Looking for Blood Moon. Can't kill that now. Unless I get a spot removal here. Unless I get a spot removal. Let's look. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. The Terminate was exiled, unfortunately. I can definitely chump block some stuff here. What do I want to keep? Probably Chandra? Chandra down tick, K-Command, Mystic Forge doesn't seem that bad. So let's go ahead and get rid of Rabble Master and make them discard whatever they have. Chump blocks away. What's up, Violet Bunny? All right, they use Mystic Forge here. Urza's Mind goes over the top. Blast Zone is problematic. They could Blast Zone this stuff now if they wanted to. All right, my opponent kind of had everything there. If we get a land, though, Chandra and down to Cake Command is definitely in our wheelhouse. Karn, they go get something. Guess something that they play for free because they're going to lose it with Liliana. Liquid Metal Coating is free. Get to shut off Liliana every turn if they want to. Drawing cards is cheats. I guess if I knew they were a Mystic Forge, I would have put the Pithy Needle, but at this point, Blast Zone would have gotten me. You can still play cards off the top. That's a block here. Jump block. Shuts down Liliana. All right. Fair enough. There's a Blood Moon. Well, that's probably what we play here. Just pass the turn. I know Ugin could kill that, but I gotta get it out of hand, right? I don't have anything to kill Ugin with. This game's slipping away real fast. Very late to the party. Let's see if they remember the other feature of Ugin. Uses Mystic Forge, does not cast Reality Smasher because they can't. They could if they just boomed it. But they didn't. No boom. Early for the after party. Gets a Walking Ballista. That does not do anything yet. Yeah, different art Pithy Needles. New Karn. All right, they're just doing Karn things here. There you go. Down ticks on the Blood Moon, everything back online and active for my opponent. I don't know why they didn't do that and just get that Reality Smasher in. They found the line. The removal of a color permanent. Destroy a target permanent of one or more colors. Sky Sovereign's Cloud. There you go, chat. Your favorite card. It's Boat. Boat's here. Gonna lose a land here now, too. All right, I should concede to the Boat. That would make chat really happy. Right, chat? You'd be super excited if I hit this concede button now. Look at the 3/3. Walking Ballista. I don't even know how I beat this. I'm going to concede for you, chat. This concession was to the Boat. It's a love letter to my community in chat. All right. If there is a world where I can somehow, like I can K-command the Mystic Forge and 2 damage here, maybe Dreadbore in the future, but we're really not looking at being able to clear this board in the next few turns and keep up with Mystic Forge. Pithing Needle on Mystic Forge in the future. We've learned our lesson. The Boat was the MVP. There you go. MVP Boat. We had a good shot there. They just beat us. They just got us. Did the Pithy Needles where we thought they would maybe slow down our opponents, and didn't slow down enough. The Walking Ballista one was probably a little aggressive since I had the Terminate in hand. Karn the Great Creator would have been pretty good, or the Mystic Forge. But even with, if I don't do Mystic Forge, if I did Mystic Forge, uptick on the Pithy Needle with the Karn the Great Creator and Spatial. So it probably has to be the Karn the Great Creator there. That's probably what you want to name. Okay. We've learned our lesson. Let's keep. It's a good hand against Luris. Playing all kinds of Luris lists tonight. Rocking it. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. Rakdos Luris. Show me the monkey. Sweet. Bolt would have probably been the best card there. No dice for us. Let's double check what's going on before we make our next play. Death Shadow and Monkey. Well, Monkey and then Fury away this Monkey. And we can do it with a Seasoned Pyromancer since I've got another. And we'll pass the turn. We'll see if that Thoughtseize bug works this time. That's 2 monkeys down. Kind of afraid to put the Bitter Blossom down because of this card. When it fetches and shocks. What do we find? Dang, engineered onto in the blind. You mad person, you. We have to get another Blood Crypt here. We'll show him the Bitter Blossom past the turn. EE on 2 in the blind. The legend lives among us. No fear for Blood Moon yet. Not waiting for that 3rd land in Blood Moon from the player that plays Blood Moon the most probably online. Bloodstain Mire for my opponent. Terminate's ready and going for this Death Shadow. Fed Shock, maybe play the Death Shadow. Do it. I dare ya. I dare ya, opponent. Whoa, blue. Oh, black. All right. Pops a Bitter Blossom here and Death Shadows. You got it. I think I want a Bitter Blossom again. I know this is the opportunity to just terminate this. Could also season, but let's do another Bitter Blossom. They're not playing that nasty card that tramples over anymore. Teamer Battle Rage is old news. Chump blockers are the way of the future. Don't Thoughtseize me, please. Okay, redraw. Redraw, and I'm at 2, going to 1. It's a pretty good card. I want my Terminate back. If they have a bolt, I'm dead. Oh, we're so history here. Please don't kill me. All right. Well, I might have to create blockers here. They're only 1/1s. All right, so Blood Moon needs to come in, Chalice needs to come in, Hazoret Damnation here, Inquisition or Thoughtseize are fine. Pithing Needle on EE could be a consideration. K commands are coming out here. One Meathook can as well. By the way, if chat's telling me about the 1 life, we went out on our own terms. Let's see here. Acolyte of Flame can come out in this game. Fire Artisan can. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4, 5. Let's take these Thoughtseizes out. Let's get some big hitters in here. Not gonna worry about EE. I think the EE on 2 in the blind was pretty impressive. If we really think about it, representing kind of the same style list. EE on 0 for our tokens or EE on 2. EE on 1 doesn't do anything against us, so. Time to kill all the things. We're gonna try. We're gonna try to do it with this hand. All right, go ahead, opponent. I don't know either. I mean, we didn't show Luris, so I'm trying to think on 2, what is there in like a Rakdos mid-range? Nile Spellbomb. All right, you got it. I'll do the Marsh Flats here. The reason I'm doing Marsh Flats is it looks a little less obvious to fetching the basic here. And the reason I say that is because I don't have the red and I'm like, oh, I'm trying to keep my life total high. Well, I don't think my opponent's thinking that deep on this play, but I just did, so. I did, so that's where we're at. All right, Guns A-Blazing, game 1. Game 2 here, my opponent is taking their time. Let's go ahead and just try to play a Blood Moon here. I picked up another one. It's worth a shot. They can fetch their basic Swamp here. I can't do much about that. But Chalice on 1 should be locking down a lot of their list. They'll be looking for their own EE, probably. And Drown the Lock does not get us currently. They're on Grixis Death Shadow, yes. Watery Grave. Kind of sucks that Rabblemaster will make tokens and EE on 0 will hurt us all. K-Command kills this. Puts Luris to hand. You got it. You got it, opponent. Land drop and play Rabblemaster. Pass the turn. Smack him for 1. I think this is going to be going to game 3. That's what my gut's telling me. Little Polluted Delta, that's a lovely mountain. Mishra's Bauble, checking the top of our library. And I think I'm getting this back. Oh, they're doing something. Terminate. Oh. My opponent's playing the same cards as us. Playing the same cards as us. Quite literally. I'm going to hold on to the extra Blood Moon. I'll just pass. I've got Terminate. I got Dreadbore. I don't know. It's kind of dangerous to put them below 13, but I've got the Chalice hopefully protecting. Maybe I'm a little bit afraid of K-Command and then they follow up, but I've got the two removals, so I think we'll just keep punching in here. Any future lands here I'm going to keep. Future lands are going to be kept for things like Season Pyromancer pitching. I'm at 5. That's Fury mana. Feel pretty confident that I'll be good from here. There's a land, so we'll just attack past turn. Opponent ran a Nile Spellbomb into our Chalice from the last turn. And I guess I shouldn't F6 because I have Terminate. Oh, that's a cool card. I'm gonna get rid of the land. I'll take 3. That's fine. Maybe that's why they put it on 2. They thought I had Kroxa. That's a good card. That's a good one. I guess I don't need this Blood Moon. The other 2 cards are pretty good, so just up pass. Fuel that Crocs over there. Darcy hits the bin. Maybe I can get Lily up to 6 and then separate, and it'll be that swamp and everything else. Hey, that's a card. That helps me close the game out. We'll get rid of the Dreadbore, I suppose. Terminate's a little more useful. There's a Drown the Lock. Yeah, they're pretty traditional Grixis Death Shadow. Pops Nile Spellbomb. Trying to draw cards and find answers to Chalice on 1. Looking for their more than likely K-Command. You could also find, I guess, a basic Swamp, and that gives him Kroxa. New Kroxa? Oh, 3 mana. Hold up. K-Command? Oh, we're thinking about it. Well, we're thinking about something here. That feels like K-Command. It's just oozing K-Command vibes. Gotta lose this Terminate, probably. They might do 2 over here. Liliana is getting scary. What are we gonna do? You gonna pick up a card? Re-pick up the Darcy to replay it? You gonna make me discard? Gets rid of this. Unholy Heat is a thing. All right, Chalice down, Darcy to hand. Unholy Heat here. Darcy. Okay. Bitter Blossom creates a blocker for me. I feel safe-ish. There's a Bolt. I want to uptick so bad, but this Terminate looks so important right now. Let's go ahead and kill the Darcy. And I think I'm going to pass. Oh, I don't have to think much more. Thank goodness. Oh, all right. So we kill that. We have a Liliana that's here. I'm holding Terminate. Gonna hold another Terminate and a Hazard coming. We're looking good. We're looking good. Okay. I was wondering this matchup if Leyline the Void would be worth it. I don't know. I don't think it would be. I'm on the draw, and another Inquisition might be important. Kind of like everything we're doing. I'm going to take the Dreadbore out, and I'm actually going to bring a Thoughtseize in so I can track whether I would want a Dreadbore or Thoughtseize. You bring the Inquisition in, but we're collecting data as always. We do this so that you don't have to. I think the Dreadbore is more correct, but we're on the draw, which makes the Thoughtseize intriguing to me. Something to do on turn 1. All right, well, that's an Inquisition, but we almost got there. Keeping because we have a Blood Moon Inquisition, we got the Fury to clean things up as well. We can do all kinds of things turn 1 here. Show me the monkey. There you go, it's the monkey. Draw a red card, please. Draw a red card, it's Inquisition Fury, pitch the red card, leave myself Bolt for later. Oh, crap. All right. We're probably not going to use the Bolt now, so let's go ahead and Inquisition first. Fury, and then we'll plan the Chalice. Here we go again. Look, it's Ragavan, round 2. All right, so there's a couple lines here. I'm going to take this one. We're going to take Ragavan, Fury, Bolt. This leaves an Inquisition in their hand. Inquisition is forced to take Blood Moon, or they don't play Magic, or the Chalice, which makes it so very likely that we're going to get to Blood Moon. They're going to get a Darcy and Inquisition look at this and maybe try to find a basic, but we're going to take all the Ragavans here. We're going to just play all in on the Ragavan here, leaving ourselves Blood Moon. And when they probably, arguably, take the Chalice and we get the Blood Moon, hopefully we'll have found another fetch for Liliana. So this is our line here. That or they're gonna like top deck, you know, that other monkey and just wreck me. But here's the line, Inquisition. They'll take the Chalice. Any removal would be great here, but a fetch land I'll take as well. They're gonna get one look at it with Expressive Iteration, and then hopefully Blood Moon will have them out of the more important cards for me to deal with. That's the hope. And we've already killed 2 monkeys, so Blood Moon is that much more potent here. And they know it. They're looking at these cards and just going, I hate my life. They're like, I don't like this, Fluffy. Why are you like this? This is where I'd be sitting across from them and having a good chat. Be like, hey, you know, just good Friday. Happy Friday. Look at these great cards. Be like, I'll buy you a soda later. Really? No. No, but I offer. Nice guy. What do you want? You want a Fanta? Sprite? Coke? Pepsi? RC Cola? Heck yeah, I love that stuff. Root beer? Orange soda? Sierra Mist? Fanta sounds very good, doesn't it? I don't know why. I picked up a Fanta the other day. Wow, we had another Blood Moon. I got. We need another land. Mr. Pibb, Dr. Pepper. Mr. Pibb and Dr. Pepper are in a similar category. You could get a Cherry Coke. What if they have specialty sodas at this LGS? Red and black is interesting. That's not Expressive Iteration mana. No, monkey, get out of here. No, we did this also that you don't exist. Our line. This is where we lose. Monkey's gonna steal. No, you're not stealing that land off the top. Gotcha. You're gonna have that 1-drop Inquisition. Dang it, it was another Marsh Flats. Oh well. Oh, Thoughtseize. They just take Liliana and they're like, enjoy those blood moons. You still haven't played this expressive iteration. Land so I can at least play the blood moon. Thank you. All right. Good luck to us. We have Meathook, Damnation, and Liliana that would technically need this, but I want to keep them off blue. This keeps them off this expressive iteration for the time being. Obviously, my opponent can dash monkey in and do that next turn, but maybe I'll get lucky and get like K command and get to kill this and the treasure token or something ridiculous. They went over a lightning bolt. No, Inquisition. It's sitting over here. You don't want to take my blood moon? I wonder why. Take a bolt. Terminate. Seasoned Pyromancer. Rabble Master. Guess a land for future Chandra. It kills Darcy. But they have Monkey still. That's the problem. I'm going to kill the Darcy. This game's going to come down to life totals, and I can't Meathook this away anyway. See? And then after they had that fit about my blood moon earlier, and they're like, sorry, Fluffy, you're getting destroyed and dunked on by my Ragavan. I politely ask, would you buy me a soda? They'll be like, no, Fluffy. Stop thinking you can get a soda from me. Who's ready for the Drown the Lock? I am. Drown it, drown it, drown it, drown it. Drown it. Yeah. All right, we're going to 7. Dashing Monkey, here it comes again. Ooh, a little extra mana there. All right, Seasoned Pyromancer. Come on. Phantom of the Opera? I thought it was a serious thing. Why would I laugh? Ragavan went over Marsh Flats. I guess that's good. We're never going to get to 5 mana this game. Need another blocker. Treasure tokens capped. Expressive. Ragavan something else. I'll play the land. We're going down to 5, it looks like. Down to 5. Now we have Drown the Lock mana again if they need it. Ooh. Bolts me. I'm at 2. That was my bolt, by the way. Would have loved that. Land drop. Need blocker. Oh, I got one. All right. Could hit Inquisition here. I could hit bolts. I'm trying to decide if I want red mana or blue mana or black mana open. I'm gonna go with the red black mana for that Inquisition off the top. Here comes the Drown the Lock, and then I'm gonna hit this button. It resolved. Okay. Okay. Play that. Okay. I may be at 2, but I'm alive. Only just. Croxa would, like, be brutal. Expressive. Okay, they're going for the W. Going for the W. Lightning Bolt was found. Wonder what they're going to do with that one. Denied. How about that soda? Let's see you at the vending machine. Two. Playing some Meathook Massacre here in Modern. Getting ourselves tied up with Fairy Bitter Blossoms and crazy things. Got first in Modern with Scales and got this weird neon yellow Hetsu promo. Oh, the neon ink stuff. Dang. $300 last god. That's crazy. That's a lot. Those are those neon ink ones. They're interesting promos. I'm not convinced. If the neon ink was in the color that it was all about. Another Lurrus opponent. So 4 Lurruses and 1 Eldrazi-tron. No lands. 2 lands. Throw away Meathook and begin the game. Let's see what my opponent is doing here. Hopefully nothing busted. Probably don't want them to see what I'm doing. I wish I had Blood Moon main. A little worried about what they're doing. I saw a list like this last night. I took a screenshot of the streamer streaming it. So if it's what I think it is, it could be like some sort of weird loam package. We'll see. We'll find out together, shall we? Guess I'm gonna pass. I don't like seeing a Saga show up here. Gonna need a land. Gonna need a few lands. Well, that takes Meathook. Don't mind that card. See, this is where this opponent would be like, Meathook, what are you doing? Like, oh man, I'm just having fun at F&M. See, then we'd be having another conversation. Just conversations all night. It'd be a great night. Oh, Bonner, you missed your land. I know. I came here to play Magic. Didn't come here to look at pretty art. I want to kill this. Land. Tarmogoyf and Soul Transfer. So this is that list. I'm surprised they didn't put Tarmogoyf down. I can't even kill that. Got lucky here. Imagine drawing lands. What are lands? Yeah, so this is the list that I snapshotted last night. It's a little bit of a weird one. Green black, Lurrus, probably has Life from the Loam, does a lot of things with Urza Saga. It's gonna basically buy it back a bunch. Witherbloom's in there. I'm trying to remember what else. They had like 1 or 2 other, like I think mill spells. Did some weird stuff. Anyway, if we can find a land, K-Command, kill this, kill an artifact, Fury Pitch. Should be enough to buy me some precious time here. Because I have a feeling they might consider a Pithing Needle for the Chandra if it's in the main deck. That's pretty good. Bobble making construct big. You like my banner? Thanks, Last God. I think you're the first one to mention them. Oh, I'm dead here. I didn't draw a 3rd land. We can just concede. I could kill one of these for... This makes 3/3 and then a 4/4. I'm just not finding my lands. Not finding lands. All right. This is a Leyline of the Void matchup. Let's get rid of the Inquisitions and Thoughtseizes here. We're going to play on the battlefield. It's going to be fun. Yeah, Last God, did you see? I don't know where you came in. I snagged the idea from another streamer that I watch. That's got a couple cool things on their stream. But so we have my little sipping wolf cat thing. But have you seen? Has it flipped to the other ones yet? I only got a few of them done. I was gonna get more done, and then the wife got off work, and so we were like, hey, let's watch a thing of the Olympics or something. And then we fell asleep, and then made dinner and called my parents, and now I'm here streaming. If I wasn't subbed already, I'd prime sub you. Thanks. I did not steal from Connor Man. Yeah, there's the other one. And his little speech bubble changes. And that speech bubble is just the same proportions as the Twitch one. Same style. It's nifty. It's a doing things. All right, we are one game down here. We need to beat this crazy opponent. Trying to get that 3-2 for the night. Yeah, the idea last cut is to put a few top folks or donators for each month, kind of like Evan has. It was an idea we both came up with a long time ago. He implemented it. I sat here like a dummy and didn't. And then I might have a few other informative type of things there, like the TCG stuff, and I don't know what else. All right, we have a hand that kills some stuff. I kind of like it. We're gonna keep it. Let's see what happens. Yep, add for dono decks and the command for it or something like that. That's planned to go in there as well. Extra life notice in there when we're getting closer. You know, I want a good assortment of things that shuffle through there over the maybe about over 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. Can there be a channel point option to watch the Olympics with you and Miss Huffy? No. You can't watch the Olympics on Twitch. All right, they steal season Pyromancer. No can do. All right, opponent. I've got some Furies, and I'm just coming for your face. That's what we're going for. I'm gonna burn your face off. Oh, there's Saga. All right, where's my Blood Moon? If I rip a Blood Moon here, they might have Beseiju. Ooh. Liliana's not bad. I'll take Liliana. It's kind of a fun one. We will go up here. And I will get rid of the Marsh Flats. I do like the 2 Furies. Maybe we can work our way to them. There's a Beseiju. Speaking of. Burning Catacombs. They should fetch basic. They got lucky. And they do. White bordered even. Hey, check this out. What a line here. What a line. Hazoret, uptick, and then swing. Or defend. I don't know. Should we defend or should we swing? Let's defend. Let's defend. Hazoret's a good defender. I want to force them to go get a Pithy Needle. I'm going to top deck the land. We're going to Fury away the thing and then blast them. This game's almost over. Got to keep Liliana alive. Otherwise, she's going down to 2. Here she's at 5, and now I feel like they have to get the Pithy Needle. Because this can make a 2/2, and then a Pithy Needle makes it a 3/3. If I swung, this would be a 3. They'd have 2 creatures. Down tick loses if I miss the land. I like this line. What are we gonna do? Pithy Needle this? Ta-da! Ta-da! K Command would be the best draw. 2 damage, boom. All right, couple 3/3s here. Liliana is on check. Bobble makes these 4/4s. See, now I would have been at 1. That would have been terrible. Blood Moon or land, please. That awkward in between. I'm gonna pass. Let's see what happens here. Maybe they swing at me because they're like, Hazard can't attack or block. Look at that blue text. In all actuality, I can. Dang it. They didn't fall for it. Seasoned Pyro, huh? Seasoned Pyro. They're too smart, yeah. Can't down tick. Pithy Needle. Silly Needle. All right. Let's go ahead. If I Fury, I'm going to try to get fancy here. All right. Here we go. We're going to Fury, but we're going to 1 and 3 it. Mucho risky. Whoa. What are we doing, opponent? Calm yourself. Why are you fetching right now? Oh, that's a cool swamp. The hand. Oh, they're doing this now? I was going to get fancy, and they do this now? I think we're okay, though, because I'm going to bolt. So I can do 2. Nah, it's 2 and 2. It won't let me kill him. So 3, 1. If I did 2 and 2, I mean, I can bolt the 1. All right. Well, killed 1, attacking. My opponent can attack me back for 10. It's problematic. I'm hoping to draw a land and make Seasoned Pyromancer tokens so I can block. Need like a K command here. K command destroy construct. No, it'd have to be Pithy Needle, then down tick with Liliana. Shadow Spear is a really good one here. Land drop 2. Yep, this is exactly the list I saw last night. It's very interesting. 13 damage to me. And now Hazard doesn't block these. It's got to be like K command here. That's not enough. Good game, opponent. 2-3. Getting beat up by the crazy saga list there at the end. This is Meathook Massacre. We did decently the last time we ran it. We were doing pretty good. We actually had some difficult matchups at the beginning, but didn't quite do well with the Eldrazi list. And had to fight a the backhand of a bunch of lurks lists there at the end. That list is interesting. I definitely could see that one doing some work, because it's getting very close to almost like a land style list for modern. It's kind of interesting. I'm assuming that's another one of those lands that everyone asks me about. I don't know what the black one does. Let's look it up. The red one doesn't belong in here. I don't know. Where is the black one? I guess I could just spell it. Oh, this is a saga. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less. So anger the gods for just 1 drops. Exile all graveyards. Intriguing. Exile this saga and flip. This is a 3/3. Deals damage, put +1/+1 counter on it. Deals 10 damage to a player if it's dealt 10 or more damage to a player this turn. No. There's nothing you want out of this that belongs really in here. Keeping in mind that like destroy each non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less is going to hit all of our tokens. And if I'm going to be doing a board wipe, it needs to be through Meathook or like then an Anger the Gods or something like that. We have enough spot removal, it shouldn't be a problem. Nope. Don't include. If you play Super Friends Rakdos, sure. Playing tokens,